and welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name is Don. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video. If you are watching this live on YouTube, good afternoon. I hope you have had your morning coffee and you're ready to, catch up with what's going on in the news, as well as you've seen it from the title, you've seen it from the thumbnail. We need to talk about SwissBorg. So stick around until the end of today's video. I have a massive piece on SwissBorg to get through, and I think you should pay attention and find out what that is. But first of all, like I said, welcome back. It is good to see everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to first of all dive into, of course, the prices of crypto at the moment because, we've seen a little bit of a price movement over the past 24 hours, which is good to see. Now, first things first, just before I jump into the prices, let's just quickly look at Certified Crypto's Discord community, formerly known as CC Pro. You should know by now. If you're not in it, you're missing out. Like, literally, you are missing out. We have just launched a new Bitget copy trading. And I know I've said it already, but you don't want to miss out on this. I will do more videos on that throughout this week. But let's jump into the prices, like I said, and see how things are looking for today. Now, I'm actually going to just bring today's video up on my phone just so I can see what's going on. So, first things first. I think I've said that 3 times now. Bitcoin's currently sitting at 27,794. We then have Ethereum at 1,586. BNB holding at $213. We then have XRP at 49 cents. We then have Salana at $23 and Cardano at 25 cents. Moving on to Dogecoin at 0.06, and then finally Tron is 0.08. So, like I said, a bit of price action the past 24 hours. Bitcoin's currently up 3.3% on the day. Fantastic to say. Happy Monday, happy new start to the week. Will we see the momentum continue? Well, let's hope and pray, because it's been a bit of a mixed bag throughout October. We are now midway through the month, and finally we are starting to see some prices move. Now, in terms of the news, I do have a mixed bag of news articles to get through, and let's start off with some news from Salana. Now, I don't know if any of you hold Salana. I do believe that some of you will, but this, again, in my eyes, is quite a positive move for 2 things, both Salana and Dubai's free zone. So, the headline reads, Salana becomes ecosystem partner for Dubai's free zone. Now, the Salana Foundation has become the ecosystem partner, as I've just mentioned, which is one of the free zones in Dubai, which is called the DMCC. According to the announcement on October 15th, with its blockchain platform, Salana will provide technical and business development support to any DMCC Crypto Center member. The company will also deliver webinars and educational courses on various Web3 topics and extended its already operating grant program at DMCC. So, again, massive for the Dubai setup free zone, but also good for Salana because they're getting in there and they're really making moves. So, pretty positive to see. Now, Solana's existing partners will, in turn, get privileged treatment in the DMCC, according to the centre's CEO. Now, he also went on to quote that we will provide complimentary setup and business licensing for Solana ecosystem projects, whilst our members can access a world-class blockchain platform and dedicated Solana engineering teams that can make their can take their new business to new heights. So, it's looking good for Web3 in Dubai, and you all know that we love Dubai on the channel, and I'm pretty sure some of you watching this are based in Dubai as well. So this news will help you massively. The list of the DMCC's ecosystem partners also includes the crypto exchange Bybit, which again has been in the news recently. They are based out I mean, technically they're from Singapore, but their headquarters are out in Dubai for good reason. The digital asset market maker DWF Labs is also there. The Web3 incubator TDeFi, venture capitalist fund Brink, and several other entities, while the total number of Centre's members officially accounts for 23,000 companies. So, yeah, it's of course it's a big deal. Dubai is a big deal for crypto. We all know that. That's why we all want to be based in Dubai for many reasons, but especially if you're in crypto, because it is the hub. It is the place to be. The big companies like Bybit, for example, are set up there for a reason. And again, we've now seen Salana, which is a huge blockchain, have now partnered up and are progressing with the Dubai Free Zone. So, need I say more? I don't think I do. But yeah, that was the first little bit of news I wanted to cover before I progress into something that I've seen many people talk about on X as well as in Discord, that Apple briefly pulled Metamask from the App Store. Now, again, doesn't seem to be a huge issue. If you still had Metamask on your phone, it seemed to still be working. It's just you weren't able to kind of download it or really do anything with the actual app on the App Store. However, let me explain in a bit more detail what has happened. So, the Ethereum wallet, Metamask, was removed from Apple's App Store for several hours on October 14th, raising concerns about the complete removal from the marketplace. The wallet is connected to various Web3 decentralized applications, and MetaMask claims to have over 30 million users worldwide. Now, on October 14th, reports surfaced that MetaMask app no longer appeared in the App Store for some strange reason, and Apple users were also unable to download the application from the website. Now, according to MetaMask, a spokesperson has said that it isn't, or it wasn't, related to any security or kind of malicious activity. So the quote that was said then was, "We're aware that MetaMask isn't currently available for download on the App Store. This issue is unrelated to any malicious activity. Our dedicated team is working diligently to resolve it as quickly as possible. Importantly, this is not a security concern and there is no compromise or action required for the user's part. Additionally, it's not related to app's functionality." Now, Apple services policies are likely behind the app's disappearance. Surprise, surprise. According to the marketplace's guidelines, it doesn't allow apps to run unrelated background processes, such as cryptocurrency mining. So, yeah, to kind of try help put a little bit of your mind at ease if you were starting to panic about this. I mean, first of all, you shouldn't have, because it was more so to do with new downloads. It wasn't if you already had the app. It was still working. Your funds were safe. There was no real issue on that part. I strongly believe that 9 out of 10 people wouldn't even have questioned this or even thought about MetaMask that day if they weren't scrolling through X and seeing these people obviously looking for engagement. Now look, I get it. I'm a news channel. I need engagement. It helps the channel grow. It helps me get the word and education out. However, on X, it's a little bit different. People really like to jump on bandwagons to, again, help grow their engagement and make a mountain out of a molehill. Because, well, no one really knew what was going on. It was just heard that MetaMask was not on the App Store and you couldn't download it to an Apple device. That means that it must be a hack, it must be a security breach. When in fact, if you just left it a little hour or so to settle and wait for some official words to come out from MetaMask, well, you would have known that it was nothing to worry about. So yeah, anyway, just in case anyone was unaware that there was an update on this and that MetaMask is fine, was fine, there was no issue, your funds are safe, then yeah, hopefully I've been able to put your mind at ease. Now, moving on to the next piece of today's news. Huge news from Ferrari. Now, do I really think this is important news? No. Why am I covering it? Not quite sure, but I'm going to cover it anyway because the article straight after it is kind of quite relatable, and I guess that's maybe the article that I want to talk about. But yeah, I'll lead with this then. So, lucky for you, Mr. or Mrs. Coffee and Crypto viewer, you can now buy a Ferrari with your crypto if you are in America. So if you're not in America, unfortunately you can't. You do have to buy it just with your regular bank. That's unfortunate because I was headed to Ferrari this morning, but yeah, it is what it is. It's one of those things. But anyway, I'll cover the news anyway because I guess it is quite positive. It is quite cool. But anyway, Ferrari will accept cryptocurrency payments for its luxury sports cars in the United States due to customer demand. Now, the car maker also plans to accept crypto payments in Europe, but again, we don't count as Europe and the UK if you are watching this from the UK, that is. According to Ferrari then, the Chief Marketing and Commercial Officer confirmed the intentions of the luxury car brand. Now, Ferrari's choice to accept crypto payments was driven by market demand and dealer requests, with numerous clients, including crypto-savvy young investors, I know a few of them, having invested in digital currencies. Now, I almost feel like I don't think it was due to demand recently, because surely there's not been that much demand recently because the market has been terrible. But look, you never know. Now, they didn't specify the number of cars that Ferrari expects to sell via crypto. Obviously, how could they release that? But reportedly stated that the car maker's strong order portfolio is fully booked until 2025, and Ferrari aims to test this expanding market to connect with potential buyers beyond its usual clientele. Now, I'm a massive car guy, so this is hard for me to understand that Ferrari want to go beyond their usual clientele. Normally, Ferrari are quite known for just going to their usual clientele and not really letting you order a car unless you are their usual clientele. So, yeah, I guess it's good to see, but Ferrari are very well known for not really being quite as accepting of people as other brands are. But hey ho, look, it's 2023, maybe they are deciding to change and move forward. Now, the luxury automaker plans to introduce cryptocurrency payments in Europe by the first quarter of 2024 and expand into other crypto-friendly regions. Now, yeah, shall I continue? No, because does it really make any difference to us right now? No, it doesn't, but like I said, I wanted to cover it so you're aware it is technically news and it is positive, and well, we're all going to have a Ferrari at some point, I'm very sure of that, and I guess it's quite good to know that there's a potential, if you are in the US or Europe, that you can buy that Ferrari with crypto. So yeah, look, that's positive. I'm looking forward to buying my Ferrari with crypto, I think. Now, on the same subject, maybe something a bit more affordable for now. Crypto payment options for Honda cars only works via a third-party platform. So, we've went from Ferrari to Honda. Fantastic. Have they used the same image? They have. Right, fantastic. Cointelegraph, come on. Do better than that. Moving on. So yeah, if you didn't fancy a Ferrari, or you're a bit annoyed, like me this morning, heading down to the Ferrari garage, thinking, right, I'm getting a Ferrari today with crypto, then to be told that they don't actually accept it in the UK, well, maybe this news will help you, because Honda apparently also accept crypto. So, let's explain. Major automobile manufacturer Honda does not accept cryptocurrency payments directly, but people can use cryptos like Bitcoin to buy a Honda through a third party. Hurrah! In early October, several publications mistakenly reported that Honda started accepting crypto as payment, but Honda doesn't allow the purchase of its cars in exchange for crypto. Right, this isn't looking so good now. Apparently, that's what they've been told. Now, American Honda, here we go again. Right, American Honda does not accept crypto as payment. The recent reports regarding a change to this policy are incorrect. Right, okay, well, look, sorry to kind of give you two pieces of negative news, but you're not getting a Ferrari today, and you're not getting a Honda either. Anyway, look, a little bit of fun news to break up coffee and crypto. Again, like I said, it's not really going to affect us. Does it matter too much? Is it going to change the prices of things? No. Is it good to know these things? Yeah, definitely. It's good to see that big companies like Ferrari, like Honda, are even speaking about crypto, because rewind even 3 years ago, they were definitely not speaking about crypto. So look, progression is key here, and that was more the point I was wanting to kind of get across. I wasn't expecting you to all jump out and buy Ferraris today, or Hondas, but yeah, anyway, that's the news. In case you're interested, you can, but you can't at the same time buy a Honda with crypto. But yeah, you need to be in America anyway, so what does it matter? Cool, moving on to some news that does matter, and it matters very much to me because, well, as you know, you're all big, long, kind of standing viewers of coffee and crypto, so you'll know how much attention that I pay to the ETFs, and you know all my opinions at this point, but there has been a bit of an update. So the SEC have reportedly, they will reportedly not appeal the court decision on the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF. Interesting. So the US SEC then reportedly has no plans to appeal the recent court decision that favoured Grayscale investments. The ruling requires the SEC to review the firm's spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund, also known as an ETF application. Now, the SEC's supposed decision not to appeal the US Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. Again, I love how many full, big, long names they use when it comes to things like, I guess, courts. Anyway, the ruling was highlighted on October 13th, which cited a source familiar with the matter. Now, Bloomberg's analysts also expect the SEC not to appeal the Supreme Court, but emphasised that this doesn't necessarily mean that Grayscale's application is set to be approved. Now, I'm going to fast forward a little bit here down to this quote where it says, "I do not think they will appeal the Supreme Court either. Dialogue between Grayscale and the SEC should begin next week, hoping for more info on the next steps sometime next week or the week after." Now, I'm actually going to just give you my whole personal opinion on this rather than kind of going into this article in any more detail. So, my opinion on the spot Bitcoin ETF approval, denial, whatever it may be, from the Grayscale's application versus, I guess, the SEC. So last week, like I said, we did see the court, the court announced that the SEC will not appeal the decision, which already has come out and ruled in favour of Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF. Now, the reason this all came about is because things that I have showed you many, many times in the past, there are deadlines for these ETFs. So I think there's 3 or 4 different deadlines set where the SEC need to give an answer on the application. So these applications can last something like 6 or 9 months. They've already I think they're about halfway into it. I think they are about 4 or 5 months into the application process. Now, the SEC do, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you're kind of looking at the market, they do have until early 2024 to actually give their final decision. Now, until then, there is going to be ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of news coming out from the SEC, from likes of Cointelegraph and the rest of the media outlets, because the ETF news does grab a lot of attention. They will play the news at certain points in the market. So when the market's potentially going to go down, obviously reading from charts, then there'll be a negative drive on ETFs, and vice versa. If the market is based on charts looking to go up or have a bit of price movement, they will release some positive news like we have seen on Friday, where again, markets went up. That wasn't just based purely on a news article. Remember this, we speak about this quite often. So look, you're going to see this many, many times over the next few months. Personally, I do believe that the ETF will be a huge driving force in the next kind of run up to the bull run. Technically, we're already in the next run up to the bull run. We are at the very, very tail end of this bear market that we've been in for, 2 years at this point, it feels, if not longer. I can't remember the exact dates or the exact time frame, but the all-time high was November 2021. We are now October 2023. That's a long time since the good old days of Bitcoin being $69,000. So yeah, Have we been in a bear market since then? Well, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, like I said, we are, in my opinion, in the process of the very early stages of that kind of drive back up. We did post something to our Discord members yesterday, or the day before, I can't remember which day it was now, I think it was Saturday, just showing you the differences and the kind of the potential of what happens as we start to see this run up in price. You've all been here for a few years at this point. I'm sure you understand how these things go. If you don't, well, bear markets, bull markets, they are things. Timing in crypto is a huge thing and a huge deal. And now as we progress through October, quarter 4, leading up to the inevitable Bitcoin halving next year, then yeah, we are seeing massive amounts of price movement. It was about 12 months ago that Bitcoin was $15,000, $16,000. We're a long kind of way away from that. I know we're not up at crazy prices right now. We're only sitting about 27, 28k. That's huge. That's almost 100% gain from where we were 12 months ago. That, I mean, you can't deny that fact. That is a huge move. And, well, again, if you truly understand how crypto works, you'll know that beating yourself up every single day about the prices is just not a healthy relationship to have with, well, crypto, but also with your mind, because you're going to be up and down and up and down and up and down most days. And yeah, no one wants to be like that. So look, sit back, relax, chill. You're on it. It's happening. We are progressively moving towards what we all want, what we've all had before. And yeah, how high can it go? I can't tell you that. Unfortunately, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just in this for the long run, as well as you are, and yeah, taking kind of, I guess, each day as it comes, but keeping those emotions in check as much as possible. And I highly suggest that you do too. If you do need any help with your emotions, let me know. I'll jump on a call with you and I will help you set the tone for the rest of the year and help you set up for next year as well. But anyway, that was a little bit off topic, but I feel like it helps because it is ETF driven, in my opinion, over the next few months, and the next 6 to 9 months I do believe there will be a huge focus on ETFs. So yeah, look out for that. I've been saying it for about 6 months, so yeah, I'm not going to stop anytime soon, but just look out for that, because news and media outlets will be dragging you up and down, because that's, well, that's the nature of crypto, unfortunately. Okay, I don't really know where that came from, but hopefully hopefully it helped. Let's jump back in to the next piece of today's news. Now, Madeira, which, again, many of you may know exactly where that is, Madeira announces the creation of a Bitcoin business hub for innovation. So, this is positive once again. The president of regional government of Madeira has announced plans to create Bitcoin business hubs to drive regional innovation. The statement was made during a fireside chat with this guy, Prince Philip, not the Prince Philip that you know, and this was a guy from Siberia, on the second day of Bitcoin Amsterdam of this year. So they expressed interest in the new Bitcoin business hub, emphasising its role in technology, development and partnerships. Now, he also noted that the hub's origins in Madeira is its inclusive collaboration opportunities. Now, again, I haven't spoken about Madeira ever on the channel, but obviously that is part of Portugal, which, if you don't know by now, is quite a crypto-friendly country. So this is why this is massive news, in my opinion. But according to him then, the idea for the Bitcoin Business Hub started with a group of hard-working professionals and is open to everyone who wants to collaborate. Now, Madeira is an autonomous region of Portugal that has embraced Bitcoin by implementing policies that exempt Bitcoin investors from paying personal income taxes in the region. It's not just Dubai, by the way. Portugal is also a good shout if you don't want to move as far as Dubai for your income tax on crypto. Now, he also then commented on Madeira's Bitcoin embrace as a forward-looking technology and secure open protocol similar to the internet. Now, a known Bitcoin advocate and the chief security officer of Jan 3, the Serbian prince, lobbies global lawmakers on the advantages of national Bitcoin adoption. So, again, I love seeing people of power in big countries like Portugal or Madeira in this aspect talk about crypto positively and just point the facts out, because there's so many people out there in power who just don't, because they're uneducated or the puppets or the puppet masters are telling them not to. But according to the Madeiran president, his government is shifting the region's economic focus toward technology, high-tech industries, artificial intelligence, and more importantly, Bitcoin. So yeah, look, like I said, it's not just Dubai that is crypto friendly for your tax. Portugal, Madeira is also a place to go, and guess what? It's sunny there as well. So the sun does shine in Portugal. So yeah, it's a place to be. Now, look, is this positive news that you should be aware of? Well, yes, definitely. You need to be aware of what's going on in the crypto space, whether it's based on your coin going up in value or not, because the news, as much as I always talk about how important the charts are, it's very much important to look at the news as well. So yeah, hopefully this helps, and yeah, we'll move forward into the last, well, I guess it's news, but it's a tweet and an image I want to discuss with you, because I feel like it's really important that, well, all of you kind of see this. So I don't know if any of you can clock on to what I'm about to talk about, first of all, but here's a chart here. The colours won't mean that much to you right now, but essentially the way it works is, obviously the blue, being ice cold, is when I guess the prices go down, and then when it's amber, kind of heating up, that's when the prices are up. So what this tweet is about then, it says, "We are here," right here. Can you see that on your screen where it's kind of light blue turquoise? "I can't believe people are converting Bitcoin to fiat at this moment in the cycle at these low prices." And basically all this chart is showing you is, once again, what I love on this channel is facts, evidence, hard facts, hard evidence. So look, don't get me wrong, this kind of turquoise, we did see this here dip even lower, but that was for reasons we all know back in 2020. But back even here in 2016, the previous bull run, we've seen this turquoise colour happen, then it faded into the blue, then we moved into the bull run, which we all kind of experienced. Same again here, colours again. The colours actually do help if you understand them. The blue, again, that black swan event, moving into the red, amber, up into the all-time highs. And then again, just the green. So look, hopefully this is easier to be visually interpreted rather than me trying to talk and explain it in more detail. However, what you tend to see here is when the colours go from turquoise, they then go blue, which then goes red, which then goes amber, which then goes yellow, and all those points that I've just mentioned are all an upwards trajectory, and it's, again, factual that that is prices moving up. Now, Bitcoin, we rely on the history of it and price action, well, for the most part, and that's all I'm doing right now. Of course, I can't guarantee anything in crypto, and you should always do your own research if you are ever going to invest in this asset. But in terms of me just looking at the information that's provided, you can see when the colours change, this is all represented by price. So look, what comes next after turquoise? I'll let me know in the comments below. If you are looking at this chart, what colour on this chart comes after turquoise? And what does that normally mean based on the past? Now, don't get me wrong, yes, in 2020 it meant that we went down further, but that's fine, because what happens when you're down, and well, probably a better way to look at it is we've done the green part, we've done the yellow part, we've done the amber part, so that's all behind us. The only way is forward at this point, and again, even moving forward, the colours all represent and all do the same thing. So look, like I said, I can't guarantee anything. I'm not telling you to do anything other than just look at some colours on a screen and tell me what happens next. How's that sound? Cool. So, the next part of today's video is what you have been waiting for, hopefully. It is the title, it is the thumbnail. Let's talk about SwissBorg. So, I've got a blog post here from SwissBorg that I want to dive into and give you a bit more information on, because I know many of you will be questioning what's actually going on with CHSB and what is Borg? Well, I'm glad you asked because I'm going to explain in full detail. Now, the part that starts off here with this article is Embracing DeFi, the CHSB to Borg migration at SwissBorg. Now, you may have noticed this already on your SwissBorg app, so let's just read along, follow along, and see how it works. Now, of course, at SwissBorg, they are embarking on a monumental journey by migrating the native token of CHSB to Borg. Now, this migration isn't just a technological advancement, it's a strategic move designed to establish our presence, or SwissBorg's presence, more firmly within the DeFi space. Now, this is going to be by leveraging innovation, employing rigorous security standards, and aligning the core principles of decentralized finance. Now, they're also positioning themselves at the forefront of the DeFi movement. And, well, here's everything that you need to know about this migration. So, when will it happen? Well, it will happen October 17th, which is Tuesday, October 17th of 2023, and they are saying that it can take up to 5 days to complete. So relax, understand what's going on, and don't panic if you see anything changing on your SwissBorg app. So what does it mean for you? What does it mean for me as a user? Well, if you're holding CHSB within the SwissBorg app, you can sit back, relax, grab your coffee, watch Coffee and Crypto as you normally do, because every CHSB token in your portfolio, whether it's in premiums or in vaults, will automatically be converted to Borg. Now, they, again, handle the entire thing for you, so hopefully this will, I guess, answer most of the questions. You don't need to do a thing other than just sit back, relax, and wait for the migration to happen. Now, do you have CHSB outside of the app? Now, there will be very minimal of you watching this actually have this happen to you, but let me explain it just in case. So if you are holding CHSB tokens in an external wallet, then they strongly urge you to transfer them back to the SwissBorg app before the migration kicks off. Well, the reasons for that is SwissBorg can't control what's going on outside of the app on other exchanges where you may hold that. It's an internal process. So just to make sure that there's no issues and you definitely get your tokens migrated, make sure everything in sense of CHSB is in your app, basically. Now, the unchanged supply, so 1 billion minus what already has been burned. So this is a question that has been, well, it's came up a few times I've seen over the past few months. Now, the migration of CHSB to Borg does not entail a change in the token's overall supply. The total supply will remain at 1 billion tokens, minus, of course, any that have already been burned, ensuring that the value and the scarcity of the token remain consistent within the ecosystem. Now, if you want to know exactly how many have been burned, there are blog posts all over SwissBorg's website. You can check that out and keep track on how many have actually been burned. There has been a lot, so yeah, go check that out if you want to know more on that. Now, they will remain at 1-to-1 ratio, so CHSB and Borg will be 1 for 1, so every 1 CHSB you have will be 1 Borg. You get the point here, nothing's actually changing when it comes to you doing anything or essentially missing out on tokens or losing tokens. It's the exact same, you are going to get 1 for 1 as a ratio. Now, the Borg token will be based on the Open Zeppelin ERC20 standard on Ethereum, providing the most robust and structured framework. I have dived into that before in a previous video. Go check that out in more detail if you are interested in finding more out about the Open Zeppelin ERC20. Now, another big part as well here, so the multi-chain compatibility right from the start. Now, Borg will be a multi-chain compatible right from the start by supporting multiple I don't know why I said multiple so many times. Multiple multi-chain technologies. We, i.e. SwissBorg, will allow enhanced scalability and efficiency, and the enhancement should become a reality in Q4 of 2023. So they're thrilled that the Borg smart contract successfully passed the hacking audit, earned a perfect score, 10 out of 10, and this demonstrates the commitment to rigorous security standards and readiness for migration. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to the hacking team for their professionalism and validating our smart contracts. Now that might go over your head a little bit, might not mean that much to you, but this is another reason why I have always used SwissBorg, because of the security. Again, it's something that not a lot of people seem to focus their attention on. Your security is just as much as important as your investments, if not maybe more important than making an investment, because it's all good and it's easy enough to invest if you're educated enough. However, is it that easy to keep it safe, secure, and trust that exchange? Not always, as we've seen the past few years. However, with SwissBorg, they do have, well, a perfect 10 out of 10 score here, as I've just noted, but they also have other awards for security. Again, go check out SwissBorg's website if you're interested in finding out what security awards they actually have. Now, the on-chain utility then, so fostering DeFi impact. Now, the primary objective is to provide substantial utility to CHSB holders, i.e. me, i.e. you, and that is by enabling the on-chain generation of true organic yield with the Borg token in the DeFi ecosystem. Now, this move aims to provide an authentic yield resulting from active participation in decentralized finance ecosystems. The anticipated timeline for unveiling this yield is around late Q4, early Q1. So got a few months of that, but they do strongly plan. Again, this is another massive reason, if you need any more, why I love SwissBorg, because they are continuing, and it's one of the only companies that I have been kind of following for the past few years that are continuing to better themselves, take on new users every single day, try to help the users, give back to the users with maybe it's their alpha deals, whatever it may be. But again, they are confirming that they are doing this to help the utility of their token, which is a must for big kind of companies and big exchanges like SwissBorg. So to kind of conclude, I guess, as we kind of progress towards the exciting phase of the Borg migration, which happens tomorrow, the focus is on transparency, security, and decentralization that continues to shape the future, or the vision for the future for SwissBorg. With seamless transition mechanisms, a strong commitment to security, and an innovative approach to on-chain utility, we are poised to redefine the crypto landscape. The anticipation for late 2023 to early 2024 brings new opportunities for Borg holders, which I am excited about, and we thank you. Again, this is me reading from SwissBorg, by the way. This isn't me thanking you. SwissBorg, thank you for being part of this thrilling endeavour. Together, we're all building a future that's transparent, secure, and decentralised. So yeah, shout out to SwissBorg, because this, again, just gives me, I guess, more hope, more confirmation, and it really just makes me love the project more and more. So again, for anyone that doesn't know, I have been involved investing in SwissBorg since early 2020, and I was a premium member in early 2020, a Genesis premium member. That is not an account anymore, but I still have it because I'm one of the OG kind of members, if you like. It's been a project I've always believed in for many reasons, which I've covered even in today's video, but many times in the past. If you are looking for an exchange that, in my opinion, just does what it needs to do and doesn't kind of make too much of a song and dance about it, doesn't want to kind of do its customers over, and just wants to progress forward and actually make a change in crypto, in Web3, and DeFi, then SwissBorg seems to be the one that I found kind of ticks all the boxes for me. Now, again, as I've said many times on this channel, don't do something because I'm doing it. Go do your own research. There is a link in today's description for SwissBorg if you are looking to get an exchange, an app on your phone. But please click that link, go read about it, understand the dangers involved, the potential risk involved in crypto in general. And if you do want to move forward, of course, you have that link. You can download the app from the App Store directly from that link. Make sure you're clicking the link basically to make sure it's an official SwissBorg app that you're getting. You don't want to, again, risk is very important to me. You want to make sure that you're getting the right app for your phone, because at the end of the day, it's your investments, it's your personal details. You need to make sure it's official. But yeah, like I said, that's just the kind of news I wanted to discover. No, I wanted to cover. Well, I guess I wanted to discover and cover because, again, I've used SwissBorg for such a long time. I will continue to use SwissBorg for such a long time because it does do everything that I, as an investor, personally need it to do. It might not suit you, but that's why I always say click a link below. It's in the description. Go read about it, read the reviews, and make sure that you are eligible for an account based on your location. Now, hopefully that now helps everyone come up to speed with what's going on with SwissBorg. Why did I have to speak about SwissBorg today? Well, that's the reason. They are having a massive migration from CHSB, which is the name of their token. They're now moving the name to Borg, and they're also moving quite a few parts of the utility as well, which is important that you know. So yeah, that's all for today's episode of Coffee and Crypto. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Bit of a long one, but there was loads to get through. Comment below, let me know if there's any topics in today's video that you loved, you hated, or you want to see more of. And of course, I will see you all very, very soon for another episode of Coffee and Crypto. Hope you have a great day, a great evening, great whatever it is, whatever time it is you're watching this. I'll see you all very, very soon.